Good morning to all of you. This video is for law of trust students. Friends, I think we are discussing the defamation. So defamation is, you know that any act which defames, which diminishes the reputation of another person, it is called defamation. Defamation can be filed as a civil case, tort law, and also criminal case. So there are certain types of defamation which cannot be understood when you read them online, when you read them in a natural way. But if you go to the inner meaning, so definitely it is amounting to defamation. This is what is called inendo. I-N-N-U-N-D. Inendo you have to pronounce, but normally they pronounce it as innuendo. I-N-N-U-E-N-D-O. Inendo. Inendo means, please remember, it is nothing but indirect representation, indirect reference. So please, indirect suggestion. So directly to say it's very good, but if you go to the inner meaning, it is called inendo. Right? Please remember, a word which are not defamatory in the ordinary sense. Please remember, but it convey a defamatory meaning based on the particular circumstances. So whenever I already told that example. So regarding when you want to describe a woman describes her daughter, her mother-in-law. Oh, my mother-in-law is very good, very good. She is just like Suryakantam. Of course, Suryakantam, she was a very famous actor, but she used to play the wicked roles of the mother-in-law character in Telugu movies. So this is an inendo. And second example, Afzal Guru and Billa, they are like just Billa. Afzal Guru and Kasab, they are like Billa and Ranga. That means very notorious persons. So the inner meaning is very defamatory. By means, suppose if you say they are very good persons, okay. And in the IPC you will get, suppose if any the police come and inquire, if you say that A is a very good man and he never stole any watch, it is an indirect reference. What you are telling that he never stole any watch, that means the inner meaning is that he has stolen some watch. So this is what is called inendo. Please remember, inendo is an important aspect. Of course, you will get a small question only, not a big question. So we will refer to a couple of case laws. Cassidy versus Daily Mirror Newspapers Limited, 1921. This is a typical case, please remember. Cassidy is otherwise called Corrigan. He is a horse race owner, very big businessman. His wife is Mrs. Corrigan. Okay, so because of his being lavishness, other things, on one day he was found in the company of Mrs. X, and both of them were there. They are having a joy time, and photos were taken. And this newspaper, Mirror newspaper, Daily Mirror newspaper, they have published an article that this Corrigan and Miss X are being engaged. The engagement has been announced. So since they have been found nearby by the side of one another, so the paper has given an exaggerated version that they are being engaged. So everybody will feel happy. Oh, but already he is married to Corrigan, Mrs. Corrigan. And of course, the fact is that he is not visiting her properly. Fact may be otherwise, but is it not defamation? When a living wife is there, how can he get engaged to another lady? Definitely it amounts to defamation. So now this woman, that is Mrs. Corrigan, she filed a civil suit of inendo. Right? So that means the people who see the news item that Mr. Corrigan and Mrs. X has been engaged, they may feel happy. But at the same time, they definitely know that Mrs. Corrigan was not being looked after and he is not taking care of her and he has deserted her. The inner meaning is this. So definitely court, because Mrs. Corrigan and Mr. Cassidy, they were not divorced. So definitely the jury awarded damage found as inendo. You should not. So without verification of the facts, you should not do like that. Second, Rithi versus, so Morrison versus Rithi and Co. 1902. Right. So here remember, Rithi and Co. These people, newspaper, they published that this Mrs. Morrison, she has given birth to twins. But actually, just 2 months back only she married. Is it possible? So you have to wait for at least 7 or 8 months to beget children. So it's not possible. So Normally, the writing like this. No doubt, the court held that even though defendant were ignorant of the marriage, the defense, please remember, defendant said they did not, we know that she is married, we do not know when she was married. So, even though the defendants were ignorant of marriage, then they are liable to pay damages. You should not hurt the character of a woman. And Manjulata case, very famous case, D.P. Chaudhary versus Manjulata, 1997. Please remember, actually Manjulata, she was a Kumari. So on certain date, on 18/12/1997, she went out, of course, for extra classes, as she is telling. And next day, it has been published that she was eloped by one Kamlesh because she belongs to royal family. It was published, so it has gone viral. Both the lovers couple, they eloped like that. They might have people will feel happy. Oh, lovers, yeah, okay, let them enjoy. But the inner meaning, please remember that even though she belongs to a rich family, father has no control over her, and she is flirting or like that, they can understand. Is it not? So ultimately, the press, that is D.P. Chaudhary, he could not prove that this woman was eloped by Dr. Kamlesh. Ultimately, yes, it is nothing but the court took it as inendo. It was false report. So the family reputation has been injured. So this is held to be inendo by the court and compensation was awarded. Last case, that is negative case. Cassidy versus Capital and Counties Bank Limited versus Henty and others, 1882. I think Henry or Henty is correct, I believe. Right. So these Henty and others, they are very big business people. They have got accounts with the Capital and Counties Bank. Fine. But sometime later, there arose some differences between them. And see the difference. These people, Henty and Sons, advised or sent a circular to all their customers from certain day let us take from tomorrow. From tomorrow onwards, we are not going to honor the checks given by Capital, given in the Capital and Counties Bank Limited. అబ్బాయి రేపటి నుంచి క్యాపిటల్ అండ్ కౌంటీ బ్యాంక్ నుంచి వచ్చిన చెక్కులు మేము అలౌ చేయం, మీరు వేరే బ్యాంక్ ఇస్తే ఒప్పుకుంటాం అన్నట్టుగా లెటర్ రాశారు. This is nothing but an inendo. This has created a mind in the general customers that the Capital and Counties Bank is about to collapse. పోయేటట్టుందని అనుమానం వచ్చి everybody, there is a big rush on the bank. Come on, I withdraw. Everybody is withdrawing their money. So they filed a case of defamation. ఏమిటిది, మా బ్యాంక్ మీద వీళ్ళ కక్ష కట్టి మా బ్యాంకు చెక్కులు పనికిరావన్నారు, దానివల్ల ప్రతి వాళ్ళకి అనుమానం వచ్చి మా బ్యాంకులో డబ్బులను విత్డ్రా చేసుకుపోతున్నారు. డెఫినెట్లీ వీఆర్ సస్టైన్ టు సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ డ్యామేజ్. ప్లీజ్ టేక్ యాక్షన్ అగైన్స్ దెమ్. ఇట్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ డెఫమేషన్ బై ఇన్నెండో. డైరెక్ట్గా ఏం రాశారు, వాళ్ళ బ్యాంకు మేము తీసుకోమన్నారు, అంతవరకే. సో బట్ ఈవెన్ కోర్ట్ హెల్డ్ దట్, ప్లీజ్ రిమెంబర్, ఇట్ వాజ్ నాట్ ఏ లిబెల్. ఎందుకంటే వీళ్ళు దివాళా తీశారు. బ్యాంక్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ లిక్విడేషన్ స్టేజ్. ఏమయ్యా మీది ఆ పరిస్థితి కాబట్టి రాశారు, దాంట్లో తప్పే ఉంది. హౌ కెన్ యూ సే దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్నెండో? సో వెన్స్ యూ ఆర్ బికమింగ్ బ్యాంక్రప్ట్, దే హ్యావ్ ఈజీలీ అండర్స్టూడ్. సో దే అడ్వైజ్ కస్టమర్స్, సరే నాయన జాగ్రత్త, రేపొద్దున చెక్కులు చెల్లకపోతే ఇబ్బంది పడతారు కాబట్టి మీరు ఆ బ్యాంకు చెక్కులు వద్దన్నారు, తప్పేముంది? If you are potential, okay, you can, but you yourself are in the process of liquidation, bankruptcy. So how can you take it as inendo? No, ani teeseyam kuda jarigindi. So please remember. So these are the topic. These are the examples or illustrations for the topic as innuendo. That is indirect reference, indirect information. So with this, I have to stop. Thank you very much.